अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों, कैसे हैं आप? उम्मीद करता हूँ आप सब लोग खैरियत से होंगे। अच्छा, मैं आपको अपनी एक और वीडियो में वेलकम करता हूँ और आज की वीडियो काफ़ी स्पेशल है क्योंकि आपको याद होगा कि 2-3 वीडियोस पहले मैंने आपको बताया था अपना सारा एक्सपीरियंस, फर्स्ट हैंड एक्सपीरियंस शेयर किया था आपके साथ कि मैं कनाडा क्यों आया। ठीक है, जब लैंड किया तो मेरा फ़र्स्ट इम्प्रेशन क्या था कनाडा के बारे में और मुझे यहाँ कैसा फ़ील हुआ, राइट। तो आज मैंने सोचा कि आपके साथ मैं एक ऐसे शख्स का तारुफ करवाऊँ और एक ऐसे शख्स का इंटरव्यू आपके साथ शेयर करूँ जो कि पाकिस्तानी नहीं है, बट ही इज़ ओरिजिनली फ्रॉम नाइजीरिया, लेकिन वो यूके से मूव हुए हैं। ठीक है, वो परमानेंट रेजिडेंट्स हैं यहाँ और मेरे बहुत अच्छे कोलीग और फ्रेंड हैं। तो मैं उनका भी एक्सपीरियंस आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करना चाह रहा हूँ ताकि आपके पास डिफरेंट ओपिनियंस आ जाएँ और आप जो भी डिसीजन लें उसमें आपको फ़ायदा हो। तो ये मेरे साथ हैं, दिस इज़ टुंडे,
Hi.
right?
Yeah.
So today is my colleague and a good friend of mine. We are working in one organization in HR. So he came to Canada on permanent resident last November, and in March you joined SPSA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then I met him, and now we have a very good working relation as well, and we are friends. So first of all, Mr. Tunde, I gonna ask you. So you came to Canada from UK,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But you
Correct.
are originally from Nigeria.
Yeah. Correct.
Awesome. So my first question is very simple. What factors did motivate you to come to Canada with your family on PR?
Yeah. So I started out my Canada journey in 2018.
Right.
As of then, there were three prominent destinations. It's either you're going to the United States of America, Canada, Australia, right?
Right.
So I chose Canada
Right.
because of, we've been hearing a lot, the things, the opportunities it presents, taking family benefits and all of that.
Perfect.
So it was delayed, but then we moved to UK,
Right.
and then down the line to last year, we're given a permanent residence.
Awesome.
So decided to come in for what we call landing in April. Then we returned in November fully. Now, what's my motivation, right? I'll tell you first what my expectations are. Then I'll tell you what it
Right.
is.
Right. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
My viewers want to know it.
All right. Okay. Good. So, we looked at Canada as a place where, when you get in there, right, it's a family-oriented country, and it's a peaceful place. And so the impression is, you come in there. Also, you have good settlement plan, just like most immigrants would want.
Yeah.
Good health, good job, housing, and all of that. In UK it's also good. We had all that, but you'd notice that Canada have good programs to welcome people in.
Yes.
Right, so attractive and all of that, give you permanent resident and all of that. So the motivation was to come in here, take advantage of what we have. What Canada tends to offer.
Yeah.
Good life, job, good education for the kids, nice environment, safety, and all of that, which are some of those things are luxury, right?
Right.
Where we're from. So the expectation was high, if I must say.
That's great. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So family for me was putting my family in a place where I can trust that they are developing properly, and they are able to make right decisions without being restricted by the environment. So, like freedom to choose, freedom to act, and all of that. Those are the incentives that drove me down. Back in Nigeria, we're doing well.
Yeah.
We have good jobs, but we just want places of better opportunities as
Yeah.
well. So, let out those things. Then going to UK, from UK, here we are in Canada. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, you're right. Absolutely, I agree with you. Like the countries from where we belong,
Yeah.
those countries are called third world countries, right? So we prefer to go and settle in a country which offers good social services, right? Benefits to us and our children and family as well.
Very true.
So yeah, I agree with you. And my second question.
Okay.
So now you landed in Canada, right, in November, as you told, and what was your first impression? What you heard about Canada and what you felt when you landed in Canada?
I must be honest with you. Please take me
Oh
for my
yes,
word. Right?
yes, and we need honest opinion
I'll give you my
because
honest opinion.
people will decide whether they want to come to Canada or not.
See, I'll give you my honest opinion.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know how Canada does it. Right? Out there, it's awesome when you
Yeah.
hear or learn about it. When you come in here, right, you'll discover that it's not what you think, what you hear.
Yeah.
Right? They have their challenges too.
Yes.
They're going through process too. The economy has its own challenge, just
Yeah.
like global economy having challenges too.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you one obvious thing, right? And I think in fairness, those that came in here before us, maybe some 5-6 years ago, from what we've been hearing, the experiences were different. And those were the news we're hearing then when we showed interest, right? For
Yes.
example, things around job availability, life was easier then. But I think too many things have happened. The world recession, economic downturn everywhere. Right now, I can tell you categorically that there are no jobs. I must confess to you.
Yeah, that's really
So,
an honest opinion.
You
Yes.
want to come in here, I would advise that if you must come, then you must have some level of support that you will be able to lean on from the period that you are looking for a job to settle in your family. Please don't take blind decisions, right? So we have people who come into this country,
Yeah.
well certified, qualified, experienced, and 1 year they're still looking for, 6 months they're looking
Yes.
for, right? Unlike before, some people even get jobs before they come into
Yeah.
the country.
Right.
But these days, I don't know what's happening. So there are areas like where we are here is called Saskatchewan.
Yes.
Like, there are bigger cities like in Ontario, Calgary, and people are running down here because they felt there is job there, and we're not seeing the jobs yet.
That's correct. I 100% agree with you.
So I'll give you the pros and cons, right? So perhaps things will still maybe get better, but for now, I'll tell you, just like many other countries of the world, Canada is going through its own phases, which is not unexpected, right? It's going through its own phases, but I guess what you need to do more is to downplay your expectations.
Yeah.
So it's better you don't expect any Eldorado, so that once whatever you meet, you're able to cope with.
Cope,
And then our assessment of things might also be different, right? So personal choices, but always know that you don't have that kind of impression like when you leave your country and come to a place like this, all beds will be roses.
Yeah, no,
You have
it's,
to
all
go
that
through-
glitters are
no,
not
they're not
gold.
good.
Yeah.
And then, like we say, the grass is always greener on the other side.
Yes,
right?
that's
When you
correct.
come in here, you will go through normal incubation. There's
Yeah.
no fast route to any.
Yes.
You go through job hunting, you get a job, you get settled in. But the bright side, the bright side is if you are willing to pay the price and go through the process, we've seen people who really make something good out of it too.
Yes,
So
that's
over
right.
the years, you settle in properly, you go. But I must warn, don't come with higher expectations. It's not
Yeah,
what you think.
that's the really most important thing. Like
Yeah.
people from our part of the world,
Yeah.
they make high hopes. Like we are going to Canada and
Yeah.
we'll get every luxury we have.
nah,
No,
nah.
there's no luxury in Canada.
No.
Just please be very clear about
Exactly.
this. Like there is no luxury. You have to start from the scratch,
Exactly.
and you will work really hard to meet your basic needs.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, that's the good answer you just gave. Yeah.
And then you also expect a very active tax system.
Yeah. Yes, that's the
Tax
major
system.
factor. Yes, that's a major factor
Yeah.
that play an important role in deciding your income, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so you answered my two more questions, like what's your intake about Canadian economy and job market? You answered it.
Okay.
And what's the advice for the newcomers, right?
Yeah. That's. I think I just want to add to that
Sure.
advice again. I tell people this, right? There is no need to rush.
Yeah.
You must define why you want to come. So
That's really important.
yeah, so
First
maybe
decide.
you must decide
Or
why.
plan.
Yeah,
Why?
Why? Because then maybe what you take out of your reason could be fast means to get rich.
Yes.
No, it's not. I can't tell you categorically. But maybe if what you are looking for is, don't say I say this, you're looking for the right kind of passport that'll give you access to the world, then you're making the right decision.
If you think that going to Canada you are going to be rich, this is not a case, my friend.
No,
You are not going to be rich here.
So just like most advanced system, you will be able to meet your basic needs after a while, right?
Yeah.
You live just basic. To break out of basic or average here, it takes beyond just work.
That's
Maybe
right.
some things happened and you are able to go in through there, or you belong to some profession where maybe like I don't want to mention medical doctor, don't say I say so, right? So you get some incentives for your profession,
That's
right?
correct.
So, but then if you're a regular 9 to 5 person, expect to live a normal life, not outrageous life, then maybe the advantage of economy between where you are and your country, you make some exchange, currency exchange, and makes value over there. Well, maybe, but I would want you to reprioritize if your purpose of coming maybe if you ask me, maybe one major positive thing is the passport.
Passport, yeah.
Because it gives you access to the world.
Yeah.
And then maybe you want to set a timeline to yourself to say, okay, if I get this, what's my next plan?
Yes.
What do I want to do with it? It'll be more strategic other than just making blind decision. Then I would say this clearly. Always measure what you are sacrificing for this decision and ask yourself, is it worth it?
Yeah.
Most
It's
people
really
are doing well in their country, but they didn't measure the cost. They just wound down their life in their country and they started coming over here. And whereas if they had stayed back and put more effort, and they would be able to make visits and go back, right? So make your choice, take your plan, right?
Yeah.
It's not just about because it's a wave you just want to join, but what's your priority? Because if you don't set your priority right, there are frustrating times that it could be really frustrated.
Obviously, yeah.
It could be really. But if you have your priority right, those priorities would set balances and expectation. So, oh well, I know why I'm here, it's beyond this, and then you go. And that's not to say that people are not really making good time out of it. Yeah. So situations and stories may be different, right? They will come. But it's good I will tell you the way it is. Right?
Yes.
It's not just coming like we used to think in those days, you just come in and
No, just do proper research, plan your travel, and then come here. And I totally agree with you. The biggest privilege of living in Canada is to get the passport, right?
Yeah.
It opens opportunities to the different part of the world where you can go, earn more, and settle there.
Exactly.
So, Mr. Tunde, so my last question would be, if you get a chance to move to any other country, right? Or you would prefer to go there or live here permanently in Canada?
I'm not sure I want to live here permanently, but if I want to go, I think I want to explore the Middle East.
Yes.
I've heard a lot. My friend here told me a lot about that.
And we had a lot of discussions on it.
A lot of discussion on it too. So I think it's nice when you see. So now see what it is now, so that you understand what's going on. It's not just about you moving around. Countries want resources.
Yes.
And one of the greatest assets in life is human.
Yeah.
So people are looking for A-graded human to come and work in their country and add value to them.
Yes.
So see yourself as an asset, not a liability.
Yeah, that's
so
correct.
that you plan yourself well. Then, if you know that, then you have to take your opportunity cost, right? So, what value am I going to derive from this decision? So, like if you go to the Middle East, you like I've gathered, you work in a tax-free environment to make good money.
That's correct.
That.
Yeah.
If you come to a place like this, maybe more exposure, maybe more information, right, and access to the world. If you go to a place like Australia, right, there are all the benefits to you get there, permanent residency too, and you have opportunities there. Don't be lazy. Google is your friend.
Yes.
Right? Try and Google.
It's best
find
friend.
information is your best friend. Then make phone calls, talk, watch vlogs like this. I advise you to watch this channel, right?
Thank you so
and
much.
you get so much of this kind of information that will make you make you make an informed decisions.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Tunde, for just the detailed discussions and talks on the Canada. I'm sure this talk will sure gonna help the new aspirants and newcomers who are thinking to come to Canada, right? And they will plan accordingly. So just do your proper research, plan, then come to Canada. Canada is for you for sure, but do proper research and plan.
Yeah.
And then you
Don't come in blindly.
Yes,
right?
and don't rush.
Don't set undue expectations.
Yeah.
Right. Come with your head level down.
Yeah.
That you want to come and work. You want to come and take advantage of the opportunities, but never think like because you are here, you arrive and things will just set in there.
Not at all.
It's a process. You have to be
It's
ready
a
to go
process.
through the process.
Perfect. All right. Thank you so much, friends, for watching this video. And I hope I will come for another video with Mr. Tunde about how to search a job in Canada as a newcomer. Right? This would be our next topic. Stay tuned. Keep watching Asim in Canada. See you then. Bye-bye.